Hello. So for this project, I used my new Unicorn Art gold nuggets. Just a few for each one. Piñata gold alcohol ink. And some new mica powders that I ordered from Amazon. I used two colors for the Peacock inspired, one of which was mint and the other is blue. And I'll show you the box that they come in on Amazon. These are soap mica powders designed to be used for coloring soap, but they're good for resin too. And you get 50 packs for $20. I cut a pipette in half to use as a scoop for the mica powder. And I already mixed up 16 ounces of Moss Epoxy Tabletop resin, which turned out to be a little too thick for the design that I wanted. First, I mixed up the blue mica powder, and then I poured about 3 ounces in to do the mint. Those little cups hold 4 ounces, so it was probably close to 4. Realized I wasn't wearing gloves. Please, for the love of all things holy, use your PPE. I always wear a mask and gloves. The gold alcohol ink isn't as opaque as the mica powder colors are, so I added a little bit extra just to make sure that you couldn't see through that color, because I actually want it to be gold. You got to make sure those mica powders are stirred in really, really well, or you'll get little spots in your design. So the outer ring is the darker color, and what I was hoping for is that that darker color would push inward and make those beautiful striations that you see in other people's designs, which I have not been able to achieve using this epoxy resin. So I'm going to try to find a thinner, lower viscosity resin, because I think it will spread more. And then I also kind of wonder if maybe the alcohol ink didn't help with that process. But, you know, it's always trial and error, so we'll keep trying. But if you have any suggestions for a lower viscosity resin to try, please do leave it in the comments, because I'd like to try out 2 or 3 different ones, and I'll show you the results of all the ones that I give a try. I put a ring of gold after that dark ring, and then puddle filled the center of each mold with that beautiful mint, which looks more like teal to me, honestly. And after that, I poured my clear centers to push everything outward. And I kind of held it up a little higher than I normally would to give it a little pressure to push and try to keep that little tiny clear center to put those gold nuggets in, because I think it's really beautiful when you can hold it up to the light and kind of see through it. It looks genuinely like a geode. And these molds, they're my favorite molds. They're shaped like a geode. And those molds are from Amazon. They're Crownmade. Give it a little hit with the torch to get those bubbles out from around the edge. And then I'm going to get my heat gun and heat it up, because it kind of gets the resin moving a little bit. And that's where I knew it wasn't going to give me those striations that I wanted, because the resin just wasn't moving. And also, I mixed quite a bit of resin this time around. I think that may have had something to do with it, because it got a little bit warmer than normal, which I know means that it's curing. So let's take a look and see what happened. As you can see, this is 24 hours later. I did get a little bit of push inward from the blue, and the gold you really can't even see, which is disappointing. You can see it on the bottom of the design, but when you flip it over to the top, you can just see little peeks through of it. But my mold was not all the way full, so I can do a flood coat on these, which I fully intend to do, since a dog hair did land on 2 of them. Isn't that always the case? No striations, as you can see. I wanted it to go all the way over. They really do sparkle though. They're quite beautiful.